So as the sands of time run down to the end of this magnificent FRIL season, we come to Chapter 14 and the chance for Solidek, Jazzy and Jerry to be the writer of their own story. Each has the chance to hold on to the coveted trophy of Season 2's championship. Each has the opportunity to realize their dreams. We know this is the final chapter, the end of an epic battle that has captured everyone's attention and emotions. What we don't know is how this blockbuster ends. It's winner takes all. Welcome from the Palm Harbor International Circuit. We have 28 laps ahead of us before the checkered flag waves goodbye to this brilliant season. And it's a season finale on a double-header circuit. 14 different corners on this circuit and 14 different challenges for the drivers to navigate for today's Grand Prix. A maximum speed of 360 km per hour down the two long back straights towards turn 8 and turn 9, but you're going about 180 km per hour through turns 2 and 3 in the first sector, where we've already seen cars brush the outside barrier, as was the case with Senna in qualifying 3. The UAE will be hosting the second doubleheader of the season, which was done so by Great Britain's Lacedown as well. At over 828 meters in height, the Burj Khalifa holds the record of the tallest building in the world as of 2022, but it is set to be beaten by the Jeddah Tower in the coming years. So here's our starting grid for today's Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Jazzy comes into this weekend 10 points behind Solidek and starts on pole position with Chris alongside him on the front row. Giovanna starts third for AlphaTauri and Senna starts fourth for Ferrari. Behind him we have Jerry, third in the championship, 16 points behind Solidek coming into this weekend, and starts fifth with Billy alongside him on his debut for McLaren starting in sixth. It's an all-Williams fourth row with Algard coming into this weekend ahead of his teammate Pikachu in the championship, and Falcon starts ninth for Aston Martin with Zinks alongside him for Red Bull. AMW starts 11th with ASM alongside him for company on the 6th row, and Moto and Teen will start 7th and last on the last row of the grid for today's season finale. Okay, so the drivers now are going to be making their way around for their final formation lap of Season 2. We've got 18 drivers today for this Grand Prix. So this is definitely going to be a very, very close race today. And so there's your grid order down below. So Jesse will be starting on pole position, Chris starts second, Piavana third, Senna in fourth, Jerry in fifth, Billy in sixth, Outgut seventh, Pikachu in eighth, Falcon ninth, Zinx 10th, AMW 11th, ASM 12th, Moto 13th, and Teen will start 14th. Anyone who did not qualify will be starting from the pit lane. So Jesse has managed to take one of the most important pole positions in his career. Arguably, this is the most important one, as this is going to definitely give him the advantage here going into turn 1 in the lead. Unless maybe the Aston Martin of S104 can do something about it. But we will have to see. So now, as we are about to begin the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix then, we're now going to have 5 lights ahead of the drivers for one last time. Here in Abu Dhabi, it's lights out and away we go. Jesse gets a good start, S104 does as well, but S104 takes the lead going into turn 1. S104 having a stonking getaway off the line, and then we've got the Williams behind with, I think that was Outgut maybe in third place there at the moment. And now Jesse is currently jumping, trying to hold on to the second place. So actually S104's lost the positions now. Jesse is in first. Jerry now somehow is in second place. He's fighting with Outgut for that second place right now. A dream start for the Mercedes driver. He's attacking the Alpine driver now of Jesse as we make our way down to the back straight here. It's side by side for the top two here. The driver second and third in the championship, giving it everything for this lead of the race right now. And then we have Outgut fighting away there, as well as a Red Bull coming to grief with the curb there in the background as they make their way down the back straight now. Jesse is still holding on to the lead. Jerry now is getting swamped by Outgut behind as we go down to the chicane now. And it looks like Jesse is now dropping down to second place. Outgut is trying to get past now, going into the final corner, but it's lost time now on the exit, and that means now Jesse retakes the lead now, but Jerry is right on his tail still, and then we have Outgut drifting a bit away now out of that chicane. So that was a very hot first lap there, and that is gonna be Jesse and Jerry right now in the top two, although Jerry has lost the position now. I think he got a bad exit out of the first corner, and now he's behind Outgut here, and he's gone wide, and that's gonna give him a cut, and he's gonna lose some positions from that. He's now behind the two Aston Martin cars, and he's behind Piavana as well. That's a terrible second lap moment for them there, as Moto has crashed out. So that's gonna be a safety car deployed. So Moto has crashed. I think that's turn 4 or 5. I think that's turn 4. So that's gonna be the safety car deployed for the first time in this race, very early on already, and we've hardly had any form of well, we've had a lot of racing already on the first lap there, and so well, this is gonna be neutralizing everything that happened on the first lap. Then pit starters will also be able to catch back up. There's Jesse now coming to the pits. That was a bit of a no-brainer for him. Although Outgut and S104, everyone's staying out at the moment though. So Jesse's gonna lose track position now. But he is going to have fresher tires, so he will have a few laps fresher tires than everyone else then. And so meanwhile, there is Jesse coming on the pits. He's on the medium tires now, so Jesse is going to be definitely. Wait, Jesse, he's still in the pit lane. What's happening to Jesse right now? Jesse, is his championship hopes fading right now? He's still in the pit lane. I think he's gotten a tire glitch right now, and he's dropped back down to plumb last now behind Pikachu as well. So that's a terrible, terrible round of pit stops for Jesse there. Although he's gotten past Pikachu out of the exit though. I'm not sure who was actually ahead, but they should be able to sort themselves out. Meanwhile, out in front, we've got the safety car queuing right now. They've already caught up, and so the safety car is going to be coming in at the end of this lap because obviously the gaps are not too big at the moment. So I believe the drivers should be able to catch up in time in the back there. So now Alka will be having control of the pack here, and he will be allowed to slow down as much as he wants unless he goes, oh, but he's already gone actually. Before the safety car's even in the pit lane, he's already gone. That was very early from the Williams driver there, and he's going to be able to already get away from the pack there, but he's definitely not caught Piavana off guard. Piavana is still right there in second place, about under a second behind. And then we have S104 in third at the moment, Falcon in fourth, Jerry in fifth now, Billy is in sixth here, and then we've got Gogo there as well. Looks like Aston Martin slowing down. Is that S104? It was S104. S104 got a cut there, so he's lost some positions in the back there. And now Alga, he's managed to retain his lead here. The lead is now currently 1.2 seconds as of the first sector line. But Alga actually is on the hard tires, of course, so Alga is going to be actually able to go way longer into this race. Meanwhile, we focus on Jerry here, the driver who is trying to win this championship here. He's currently battling with the Haas driver of Gogo here, and he's getting a nice slipstream from the Aston Martin ahead though, so he is in a bit of a drag race now with the Haas car as we enter the chicane now, where many drivers have come to grief here, but it looks like no one has managed to do so. ASM now, Gogo, sorry, lost time on that chicane now, and Jerry is trying to get back ahead, and he looks like he has managed to do so, and they're going to be trying to catch up to Falcon ahead. So right now the gap out in front is under half a second now. Falcon is already 4 seconds behind, so Falcon's not managed to gain a lot of time. Soggy is actually in 6th place right now with the fastest lap, so Soggy is doing a decent job at the moment there, whereas Jesse right now is stuck down in 14th place. Must have been caught out by the safety car there, and there's there's Aston Martin or Falcon almost losing his wing there on the wall, and now he's fighting with Jerry. He's gotten a terrible exit though, and that's lost in 2 positions already. Soggy is going to be trying to get past now the Aston Martin car going into the hairpin here. And it looks like he is managing to do so. No, he's not quite. They're all almost 3 abreast, maybe even 4 abreast going down towards the chicane right now. We've got Gogo losing some time out there. And then Soggy going on the inside, and he's gone past all 3 of them going into the chicane. That's a great move if he can make that stick there. And Falcon losing time there on the curb, and he's looks like Soggy's not managed to make that stick. So that was, I think, just his straight line speed there. And Jerry has managed to get ahead of all of them. And Falcon has now lost out position now. He might lose out to Solidek now. He's lost out to Gogo as well, going into turn 1. And it looks like Jerry has cleared all 3 of those drivers now. Falcon is still trying to defend from Gogo and Solidek at the moment here, as we approach the quarter mark of this race at the moment now. And it looks like they're still going at it at the moment here. It looks like Gogo is now edging ahead of the Aston Martin car. And going through turn 6 now, Falcon and Solidek side by side through to turn 7. And Solidek pulls the switchback, trying to get the better exit on the inside line, and he looks like he's managed to do so. And now he's still just about ahead of the Aston Martin car as we go into the hairpin now. And he is going to be able to get ahead. As meanwhile, out in front we've got the gap is now just 0.2 of a second. As we enter the chicane now, Jerry about 3 seconds back, and then Gogo another second back, and Solidek is under half a second now behind, I think, as we enter the chicane here. So the 4 drivers here, Jerry down to Falcon. They are all really close together in the moment. These four are giving it everything in this final race here, trying to score the most points that they possibly can here. Of course, Haas at the moment, last in the championship. They will want to change that going into this race, but they've got that's a big ask for them to gain 23 points on Red Bull going into this race. And at the moment, it's working out for them though, as now go into turn 5 shortly here. Jerry is just about ahead of the Haas driver now, and now going towards turn 7. Looks like Z2 Falcon in the background has actually managed to get back ahead of Solidek. Solidek I think got a cut in the first sector. That explains why he's dropped back now, and he's definitely going to be trying to get back ahead now as we go down the back straight. You can see there's 3 Aston Martin cars, but that is not true. Ramza is not driving for Aston Martin. He's driving for, I believe it is Mercedes. So, well, he's made a lot of team switches, so I might be wrong, but Ramza is not driving for Aston Martin, just to confirm that. So we do only have 2 Aston Martins in this race at the moment. As meanwhile, all 3 of them are going at it through the chicane. This is a very awkward sight to see, although that's, I think that was Ramza going wide. Yes, it was. So Ramza's lost time there out of the chicane now. And so he's going to have to take some time to recompose himself and try to catch up again to the 2 Aston Martins ahead of him now. As in front, we've got the battle for the lead here. Under a second right now, the gap between the 2 drivers here, Piavana and Alka, giving it everything right now, going into the middle sector now. The gap is half a second. Piavana is leading on the leaderboard, but on our screens it's clearly Alka. And never mind, Piavana is giving it now, going through the turn 7 now towards turn 8. We've got the back straight here. AERO's deployment. Alka weaving a bit to try and break the slipstream now. Going into the hairpin now. Alka just about stays ahead. But will Piavana be able to get better traction on his medium tires at the moment? He isn't able to do so, and now it's a drag race going down towards the chicane. And it looks like Alka's just about going to win out this drag race. In the chicane, will Piavana be able to do anything here? Looks like not at the moment, so Alka lives to fight another day. Meanwhile, in third place, we've got Jerry still trying to defend and shake off that Haas car behind him at the moment. Solidek, meanwhile, has managed to get back into 6th place now. He's currently, as it stands, your world champion here, but there still needs to be a lot that happens in this race, so it's not over yet. There will be a lot of pressure on those drivers out in front, for sure, as Piavana is now going to be attacking the Williams driver now, going into the middle sector once again. It's a very short lap around here. Meanwhile, S104 and Ramza have pitted, but so we'll watch later on how they fall out of the pits. But now Piavana and Alka, Piavana's managed to get out ahead out of turn 7, and he's actually pulling a bit of a gap now down this back straight. So I think that AlphaTauri car finding a bit more straight line speed than the Williams car at the moment now, as we go down towards turn 9, the turn 9 chicane here. Piavana weaving a little bit to break the toe, but it looks like Alka is just staying still and making sure he can get as much straight line speed as he can right now. Going through the chicane here, and Piavana, Alka going a bit wide there, nearly got a cut, but that's going to lose him some time now. And that looks like the gap now is over a second now as we enter the final corner, and Piavana leads this race for the first time now. Jerry into the pits. So Jerry is coming into the pits right now on lap 10 of 29, off of those medium tires, and now he will be probably going on to a set of hard tires, maybe going to the end of this race. But we'll have to see later on what his strategy is going to be over there at Mercedes. And he puts on the soft tires. Jerry on the soft tires. That's a very aggressive strategy there for Mercedes. So they're committing to the 2-stopper for sure now. Or maybe they're going to be banking on a safety car coming soon. As now we're going to be having now Solidek is going to be trying to catch up maybe to Alka in front, who is actually now 2.6 seconds behind Piavana. So Piavana is pulling away a little bit now from the Williams driver behind. We've got Solidek further 2.6 seconds or so back. And then there's Gogo behind them as well. So Solidek very much has improved his pace here at Palm Harbor over the week here. And that's showing at the moment he's in the podium position. Of course, with the consideration of some making pit stops such as Jerry, but we will take that out for now. As at the moment we'll watch Jazzy. Jazzy currently is in 7th place after some others have made pit stops. He's 14 seconds back from the leader, so that's how much the safety car has cost him there. Probably should have stayed out in hindsight now. Gogo now into the pits as well. So some drivers now off the medium tires, they're going to be coming in these handful of laps. As meanwhile, Jesse right now is trying to have his set sight on Ethan in front of him. The Season 1 World Champion definitely will not be making it easy for Jesse to make it past him here. And we'll have to see if he can have a go anywhere, maybe onto the back straight, maybe through at turn 6. Is that Sogidek going slowly? It is. Sogidek got a cut, and that's now he's now behind Ethan as well. So well, the Season 1 champion now finds his Season 1 rival Sogidek behind him, and the Season 2 championship contender Jesse behind him as well. So Ethan now finds himself in 4th place, I believe it is, and then Falcon is now promoted up into 3rd place. And Sogidek right now defending from Jesse, going down the back straight. They're side by side now towards the chicane now. Both of them will get a nice slipstream from Ethan in front, but going into the chicane, who's going to have the better exit out of this chicane? It looks like Sogidek is managing to do so at the moment, and Jesse is trying to get past here into the final corner. That was Jesse's opportunity down the back straight, but he didn't manage to get pass yet. But we've still got some opportunities coming up for him to get past if he can give it a go. Ethan's now using this opportunity to try and get away from these two right now. So now Jesse is still trying to find a way past that Ferrari at the moment. Both of them on the medium tires, but I believe Sogidek has been on those mediums since the start of this race. So Soggy's mediums will definitely be slightly more worn than Jesse's mediums. As at the moment, Jerry behind. Look at Jerry behind. Purple first sector. He's actually catching up to these two in front of him. Although saying that, he just hit the curb, and that's going to cost him some time there. Meanwhile, though, looks like Falcon now losing some time. He's now been absolutely swamped by the two championship contenders right now. As Jesse is in the slipstream of Sogidek now, going down this back straight. Falcon not having a slipstream, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him too much as we go down towards turn 9 now. And now we'll watch, can Sogidek get ahead of the Aston Martin? Yes, he can. That's going to give Ferrari a sigh of relief here. There's going to be one car at least between the two of them, as now Soggy and Falcon are both into the pits. So speaking of tire wear, both of them have come into the pits now, and Jesse is going to be staying out for at least another lap. Jerry behind though, he's closing at a rapid pace at the moment, no pun intended. But at the moment he's just about under a second behind the Alpine driver here. Jerry seems to be on a man on a mission right now. He's already closed up to the back of that Alpine car, and he's definitely going to have a good go through this complex of corners in the middle sector now. And is he going to be able to have a run through to turn 7 maybe? No, he won't. He's a bit too far back, but through to the back straight now, Jerry's going to have better traction, and now it's going to be a drag race down towards turn 8 here. And who is going to be winning out this one? Looks like it looks like Jesse's just about holding on. No, Jerry gets better traction out of the hairpin, gets past the Alpine car. So that's Jerry now up into 4th place, and he's actually no, Jesse is fighting this one back as we go into the chicane now. Jesse is going to have a little go maybe on his championship rival now, Jerry, but Jerry with the extremely better tire wear at the moment, he's going to be clear of that Alpine car, who dives into the pit lane. So Jesse reacting maybe to Sogidek, who pitted a lap earlier, and he's going to be pitting in now as Jerry drifting through the first corner there, and now he's going to be having his sights set on Ethan in front of him now, who hasn't pitted yet in this race, if I'm not wrong, on those hard tires. So he's definitely going to be banking on a safety car coming out towards the end of this race maybe, and then he can pit on to a set of mediums or soft tires here. And so Gogo now is currently in 6th place. He's got Billy and Rapid behind. Rapid now is fighting with that Alfa Romeo car, but Alfa Romeo is not it's not an Alfa Romeo there. It's actually he's not driving for Alfa Romeo, he's driving for McLaren. So these two are the inter-team battle maybe a little bit in here. And now we'll watch the battle for third at the moment here. Ethan here is currently defending from the Mercedes, but he's definitely not going to be able to defend for long here, as Jerry breezes past through turn 3 there, and he's going to be able to get past rather easily there. So now Jerry is into the podium positions, 13 seconds behind Piovana here. So at the moment he is in a net lead of the race, because Piovana and Alga both haven't pitted yet. So Jerry is actually finding himself in a very good strategic position at the moment here, as he's going to be able to push a lot harder on his tires compared to Piovana and Alga. Although Piovana does have that bubble, that cushion at the moment to Alga, who's definitely lost a lot of time here. 7.4 now the gap. So now Ethan is into the pits there, and he's going to be coming off from those hard tires. And so Right, so at the moment here, Jerry is having his sights set on the Williams car ahead of him here. The gap now is under 2 seconds between them. And as we reach lap 18 of 29, never mind, Algard is into the pits. So Algard finally coming off from those hard tires, but he spun in the pit lane. Algard spun in the pit lane, and that's not going to help him whatsoever. He's not going to be behind now the Aston Martin of S104 for sure now. And that is going to be helping Piovana for sure. But Jerry is still 8.2 seconds back, so Piovana will not be able to rest just yet. He will definitely need to worry about that Mercedes car behind him, but not at the moment. He's still got that cushion here so far. Meanwhile though, we've got our championship contenders. Solidek is currently in 4th place. Jesse is down in 10th place. Jesse right now, he's finding himself in the midst of a lot of traffic here. This is not good for Alpine at the moment, who are definitely losing a lot of time at the moment in there, and that might be Alpine's chances of the Drivers' Championship fading away right now. Whereas Jerry here, he is currently going to be losing the championship, but by just 3 points. Jerry basically just needs to win this race. He needs to win this race, as Piovana now pulls into the pit lane for his pit stop, and that means Jerry now will lead this race as we go on to lap 19 of 29. So these 19 laps have gone by in a flash, but they've definitely felt like an eternity for our drivers here, who will be wanting this race to end as early as possible, especially Mercedes. They would definitely want Jerry to be in this position right now to win the championship here, although he isn't mathematically the world champion just yet, as Solidek is currently in 4th place, so that would only be 13 points gained, and he would still lose the championship by 3 points. So basically, they would need Solidek to drop out of the top 5, and Jerry needs to win the race. So Jerry essentially has no choice but to win this race. That's what Mercedes are going to be aiming for sure now, as he currently leads with 11 seconds to Gogo right now, who is going to be under pressure from Piovana behind him soon. And then we've got Solidek, who is about 3 seconds back from Piavana too, but he is on more one tire, so I doubt he's going to be able to catch up to Piavana anytime soon. But then we've got Ethan behind fighting Romza. We've got Jesse, who's managed to clear S104 finally for Alpine. So he's currently in 7th place, but he will still be losing out in the championship fight at the moment now, as Jerry now extends his lead to 12.3. We'll watch though to see Gogo and Piavana. They are currently going to be battling it out for 2nd place now. So this 2nd place is very vital for Haas if they want to stay in this. If they even want to stay in FRIL here, because that could, if they don't get out of last in the constructors, that would be Haas down to Formula 2, and very embarrassing for their outfit for sure, as Nee now comes into the pits, but he was already out of the points, so not exactly very significant, so we'll skip that for now. But meanwhile, we have Piavana now. He's going to be getting better traction out of turn 7 now, and it looks like he's already managed to clear that Haas car very easily there without even using too much of his ERS. So good for AlphaTauri there. They will now be trying to catch up to Jerry in front. 12.2 seconds at the moment the gap. We will have to check at the middle sector line. 11 seconds now the gap. So Jerry's soft tires, they're definitely going off at the moment. He could pit in the next 1 or 2 laps, to be honest. And will we? And yes, he will. So Jerry is into the pits now, and Piavana now 2% west sector, sliding out of that chicane though, and that's gonna cost him some time. But I doubt it will cost him the net lead of this race at the moment. There's Piavana now sliding out of the final corner. Has he taken too much out of his tires fighting the Gogo there? He might have, but now we see Jerry is coming out of the pits. There's Ethan actually, who's in 4th place at the moment. And he's going to be past Jerry now. Sorry, alongside Jerry. No, Jerry gets just ahead of the Ferrari out of the pits there. Sorry is going to be infuriated by that for sure, but will he be able to have a chance at getting past the Mercedes driver now as we go into the middle sector now? It looks like Jerry has this one covered off at the moment. So Jerry now, his task, catch 6 seconds to Piavana. He has a lap fresher on those soft tires, so that is definitely possible. But we will have to take into consideration the chance that there is still the possibility of a late safety car in this race. But at the moment, it looks like it's unlikely to happen at the moment now. And right now, Jerry purple in the middle here, middle sector, 5.7 now the gap. He's gained some time now on the Alfa Romeo car ahead of him. Ethan, our Season 1 champion, may I remind you, is not going to make this very easy for the Mercedes driver, but definitely would not want to put up too much of a fight, as that could influence the entire championship. Gogo now is into the pits now for Haas there, so he's going to be relegated down, probably down to about P9, I believe, because the gaps are quite close at the moment in our top 10 here. But now Ethan here, his gap to Jerry is about under a second here. And so now we have Ethan, his gap now 7/10 of a second to Jerry behind. 7 laps remaining in this race. 6 seconds still the gap for Jerry to catch. He needs to be almost a second quicker per lap to try and catch up to Piavana right now. And on a track like this where straight line speed is more important, is that going to be possible for Jerry? But he needs to be definitely, his Mercedes is definitely on rails at the moment. But Ethan still trying to keep that Mercedes car behind. He's already done so for a lap here. Jerry is going to be trying to get past that Alfa Romeo car. 9/10 now the gap, so it's actually grown a little bit more now. But the gap to the leader is 5.4 now. So the gap is closed down by about a second through that middle sector right now. And Jerry needs to get past this Alfa Romeo car soon. Because Ethan right now, he's being a bit of a blockade for Jerry right now, a bit of a mobile chicane for him to try and get past. And he's not making it very easy for Jerry at the moment, who is still stuck behind for yet another lap. As we go on to lap 23 of 29 now. There's Piavana down in the middle sector now. He's in a bit of cruise control at the moment. And now the gap to Jerry is 6.5 here. Ethan still is ahead of that Mercedes car, so Ethan is very much not helping Mercedes at the moment, who will be definitely very frustrated by this. But it is fair from from Alfa Romeo's side, because this is for position, not a blue flag position, of course. So Jerry needs to make this pass soon, and he looks like he is going for it now. Down this back straight, it's going to be a drag race once again, but it looks like Ethan's actually winning this one out. So Jerry, despite getting alongside, couldn't make the move stick there, but he's going to have better traction surely through this, out of this chicane, but he's hit the curb, and that's cost him another bit of time now. 4.8 for his gap to Piovana now, but he's running out of laps to catch up right now. So he needs definitely to try and get past this Alfa Romeo car. This is his championship right now, fading away, because Solidek right now is in a net position to win this championship here. And there's ASM, who has crashed, and that's gonna be a safety car. ASM has crashed with 5 laps remaining. That's gonna be a safety car with 5 laps remaining, and that's gonna throw a spanner into the works right now. And that's gonna be our second safety car deployed in this race. And so now we have to, well, surely everyone's gonna be coming in now. This is gonna be an Abu Dhabi 2021 moment then. I did not tell ASM to crash, by the way. We have no relationship with him there. But now it looks like, wait, has Ethan slowed down? Ethan's slowing down a little bit right now. He's dropped back behind Jerry at the moment here. So now Piovana is coming into the pits as expected. So surely now Jerry is going to be coming into the pits as well. He's definitely not going to be risking anything here. So there is Jerry coming into the pits now. Ethan, Solidek are also into the pits. Algard behind also into the pits. Jazzy into the pits. Jazzy's chances of winning this championship have been revitalized by this, as that's Piovana now leading the queue out of the pit lane. And Jerry definitely wouldn't want a pit glitch here, and it looks like he hasn't managed to get one. And now it looks like Ethan has not gotten out ahead of Solidek. So that's not gonna, oh wait, he has, so that's gonna be Ethan in third. Oh, he almost actually decked it into the wall though, going out of the turn 4 there. And so we've got a big amount of gaps at the moment there. So I think this safety car is gonna take quite a while right now. So I think we've got currently the top 6 or so probably catching up. Yeah, top 6 have caught up to the safety car. That's what make that top 8, 9, 10. So I think the safety car will probably go on for at least an extra lap at the moment. Although that's Pikachu and Jar really far behind, so that might even take an extra lap to clear up. And now we're going through start lap 26 of 29. And so we have 3 laps remaining in this race. This could be a very much a dash to the line now. If all things stay the same here. So now we see it looks like the Pikachu and Jar, they're still in the final sector here, and they're even making mistakes on their lap to try and catch up to the safety car right now. So this is very much not ideal for them here. And it looks like Falcon right now is a bit laggy here. He's currently in 2nd place on the board, but he's clearly not on house screens, as you can clearly see here. So now where is Pikachu and Jar? They are currently catching up to the safety car queue right now. So now the safety car is going to be coming into this the end of this lap. And so now as we enter the final sector here, Piavana now will have control of the pack. And the safety car window will now be closed, so we will not be getting any more safety cars in this race. And it's going to be a 3-lap dash to the line right now. 16 drivers with 3 laps remaining here. Sit rep, we've got Jerry in third, Sorry in fourth, Jesse in sixth. There's our 3 championship contenders. Piavana now has bolted, so it's going to be 3 laps of racing to decide our world drivers champion here. And it looks now Piavana leads them away by 2 seconds. So Piavana's managed to jump them for sure there on the line on the safety car restart. Jerry is currently in third place, 3.4 seconds back from Piavana. Soilik about a second back from him now. And then Alka is behind Soilik as well. Jesse is fighting with Falcon, Romza. He's fighting with Romza now, going through towards the middle sector now. Everyone's definitely going to be on the soft tires, but on this lap here, as Jerry goes a bit wide there, he's not being able to catch up to Ethan now. This has not helped him for sure now, this safety car, because now he's lost even more time to Ethan in front of him. And then he's got Soilik right behind him, ready to pounce if he ever makes a mistake in these last few stages of this race. Ivana, remember, his last race win, Canada Season 1. He's currently leading by 2 seconds in this race right now. If he can win this race, that would be absolutely a miracle for AlphaTauri. And that would be great for his status, of course, as this is his last race in this league for a little bit, until maybe in a year or so, but we'll see. As now we go into the penultimate lap of this race. Ethan now takes the fastest lap. No, Ramza now snatches it back. And Jerry now third with about 1.7 the gap now to Ethan in front. And then Soilik is actually closer to him right now than he is to Ethan here. So what about Jesse though? Jesse is currently in 7th place and he's actually not going to make much of a gain at the moment. Soilik, as it stands, is your world champion if you don't count any penalties or whatsoever. At the moment, Sogi is your world champion. As we now make our way down towards turn 8, Piavana is leading here, 2.8 seconds the gap. Ethan is in second. Jerry now is in third with a 4.6 second gap. Sogi is behind there. Ramza and Alga there as well. They're fighting now for 5th place here. Ramza is trying to get past the Williams car now as we go down towards the turn 9 chicane. Ramza just about edging forward down this back straight right now, but he's lost time now on the brakes there as Alga now retakes that 5th spot. But sorry, right now he's actually being caught up to by both of them, as now the gap in front. Piavana now crosses the line to start the final lap of this race. Ethan 1.8 seconds behind, Jerry 4.4 seconds behind now. Soilik is 6 seconds behind here. I think at this point Jerry is definitely going to need a miracle to win this championship. But Soilik right now, he's currently going to be, he almost got a corner cut there. That's cost him both positions to Ramza and Alka now. He's down to 6th place. So Soilik now, he's not making it easy for himself here, but it does seem he's got here. Down back straight, Piavana 2.95 seconds to gap. Jerry trying his everything right now to try and catch up here. Sorry, they did actually get cut in the first sector there, just for confirmation there. But now Jerry is not making enough gains here down this back straight. There's Piavana and Ethan sailing off into the distance. And Jerry's championship hopes now fading away now, going down this back straight. Piavana though, he's had his head clear this entire race. He had one goal, win this race. Coming round the final corner, Piavana is going to cross the line now and win his 2nd ever race in FRIL in his last race in a while now. Piavana wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Ethan comes home in 2nd, Jerry coming home for 3rd. Ramza on the line loses to Sogidik, 4th place. Sogidik 6th, 4th place. Ramza in 5th. Algar in 6th. S104 in 7th. Falcon in 8th. Jesse only in 9th, and Billy rounds out the top 10 in 10. So that means that Soilik is your world champion here. And that's going to be after a long championship battle. Soilik has come out on top here in
This feeling